Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a beautiful day. The moon is in Pisces, and anytime the moon is in Pisces, this beautiful mystical water sign, I always feel very auspicious. Like seriously, my intuition is like. So with that being said, this morning when I was in the shower, I received a message. And the message was, do not go on this journey within alone. Now granted, that journey within is it's something that only you can do. So it's gonna be alone. You're gonna have to do that alone. But what I mean when I say don't go on this journey alone is I'm referring to you ain't gotta do this by yourself. You heard me? Where's your community? Where's your soul tribe? Where's your people at? For me, I was always the type of person that I self-isolated because I always felt like I didn't have the support, or I felt like I didn't want to be a burden, or I didn't want to be bothersome because, I felt like the stuff I was going through was heavy. But by not reaching out and not being vulnerable and letting someone in, I was only bottling all that up inside. And what happens when we keep and suppress trapped energy inside of us? It forms dis-eases within us and things that we can't explain, that the doctors can't figure out, when it's really a spiritual issue. Okay, so the reason why I say don't go on this journey alone by yourself is because there's a difference between isolation and solitude. When you isolate, you purposely to me, it's like I can say from my experience, isolation was more of like, I don't have nobody, everybody, I gotta get in a corner by myself and swing it. Nah, you ain't gotta do that. Solitude is, okay, there's a lot of people around me and there's a lot of outside noise and chatter, and I have to really quiet that outside noise in order to go within and hear what I need to hear, right? So that's the difference between Guys, sorry, my camera cut off, but that's what I was saying. That's the difference between isolation and solitude. Isolation, I feel like I don't have no help. There's nobody there for me. I'm always doing this by myself. Solitude say, you know what? I got people out there, but I need to get to me first, right? So the journey within can sometimes be extremely unnerving, ugly, and sometimes we get mad at ourselves because we didn't make the right decisions or the right choices, or we didn't do what we know we should have done, right? But you can't stay mad at you while you in this space. You gotta love you. Because if you ain't loving you, then who loving you? So now the world, quote unquote, the world is against you and you are too. That's why you gotta have your community, your tribe, your people to talk you out of that bullshit and let you know, like, you ain't in this alone, baby. You just got to go through this period of growing pains and get through this. But just know on the other side, like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And not saying that we won't ever have any trials or tribulations, but at some point in our lives, we got to really go on that journey within to say, okay, I'm at a crossroad in my life, and I know that I have to make certain changes. And if I don't, it's going to continue these same cycles, and I'm going to be in the same situation with these same people in different bodies. And how am I ever going to, quote unquote, grow? So I say all that to say, don't go on this journey alone within. Figure out what's your vibe and let that come from within, so then you can find your tribe. And I'm going to do better at recording these videos, y'all, because I get on here and I'm like,